Ademola's heart sank as the truth finally hit him. She had never loved him. She had used him. But what no one knew, not even Ademola, was that Kiki's cruelty came from the wounds of her past. A man had promised her the world, only to betray her. She had vowed to never trust again. Ademola had been her pawn in a game she didn't know how to stop playing. The days that followed were a blur of despair. Ademola, crushed by betrayal, withdrew from the world. His reputation in the village crumbled, but it was only when he reached his lowest point that he realized the truth. Kiki had been broken long before he met her. Her bitterness had poisoned everything. But Ademola was not one to remain broken. The pain he had endured had shown him something. True strength came from within. He vowed to rebuild his life, not because of Kiki, but for himself. Meanwhile, Kiki, having fled to the city with the wealth she had hidden away, soon realized that her life was emptier than ever. The lavish parties and fine clothes couldn't fill the void she felt. It was in one quiet moment, sitting alone, that she thought of Ademola, the man she had betrayed. Tears welled in her eyes as she whispered, "What have I done?" Years after her departure from Odo Oba, Kiki had tried to bury the memories of her past in the city. Her life, filled with wealth and new acquaintances, gave her a false sense of security. But one day, her past came knocking in the form of her former lover, Adebayo. Adebayo, a wealthy man now, returned to Odo Oba under the guise of wanting to reconnect with old friends. He had heard of her marriage to Ademola and had come to see if there was still a chance to rekindle the spark they once shared. The village's air became charged with tension as the man whose betrayal had broken Kiki's heart stood before her once again. For a moment, old feelings resurfaced in Kiki's heart, though clouded with anger and betrayal. Adebayo had been the first man she truly loved, but he had used her vulnerability to take advantage of her. In the depths of her loneliness, she had trusted him, only to be abandoned. Adebayo had promised her a life of luxury and comfort, but all he gave her was deceit. Ademola, on the other hand, had built a life based on honesty, hard work, and love. As the two men stood in front of her, Kiki was torn. Part of her wanted to confront the man who had left her broken, but another part wanted to forget him completely. But as she spent time with Adebayo, she realized how much she had changed. She no longer sought vengeance or validation from him. She had found peace in Ademola's love, and it was through this realization that she rejected Adebayo for good. She told him in no uncertain terms, "You lost me once, and I've moved on. I've built a life with someone who values me, not for what I can give him, but for who I am." Adebayo, stunned by her transformation, left Odo Oba, never to return.